and welcome to Soulful Stimulation here on Intellectual Radio. Your host, the one you love to adore because I always give you more. It's me, Chevelle Simone, here sitting on the throne of this great microphone here on IntellectualRadio.com, where we maintain to feed your brain 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all day and all night. We are here to do it right just for you, right here on IntellectualRadio.com. It's always a sunshiny day. I'm so glad you decided to tune in and join me on today. I am uber excited for all your support, all the love, all the comments, everything that you show me here on Soulful Stimulation here with Chevelle Simone, where there's always a good conversation, motivation with great impartation. We are here on a Monday, yes, which is my new day and new time to regulate and stimulate your mind. I am here for you, yes. So thank you for switching with me. So now I take flight on a Monday night at 7 p.m. We are going to make these Mondays miraculous, motivational, with momentum. So move and groove with me on Mondays and always keep it locked in here on IntellectualRadio.com, where we always have fun. So we'll be singing, let's groove tonight. Hey, oh, 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 and share a spice of life. Hey, let's groove tonight. Get it, Michelle. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So y'all ready? Y'all ready to have fun with me? Because this is who I am. You know, I've been getting all these things, Michelle.
What things?
Girl, Chevelle need to stop it. Girl, Chevelle too wild. Girl, Chevelle too loud. How she gonna be a radio host doing that? Let me tell you all something. Do you? Especially when you're 49 and 5. Be who you gonna be and sit in your own seat. I know their car insurance. If you ain't gonna pay, man, you worried about, man, you just gonna be stressed out. And that ain't what I want to say. You just gonna be stretched out. You just gonna be stressed. Y'all, that's all, folks. I ain't got time. So you should have called me when I was 18. When I didn't know who I was. When I was deranged. Deranged. Would have got punched in your throat. But I'm saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. And I got some integrity and maturity in me. So guess what? I love y'all. For there are more with me than is against me. So all I want to say, I switched to Mondays anyway. So go somewhere and turn on your replay of All My Children. And don't watch me. So that's what I want to say today. And yes, and don't nobody tell me you shouldn't have said that. I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm grown. Okay? I'm grown. Now, thank you for tuning in. We are here. If you heard the song, we're celebrating life. All right? We're celebrating life, and this is how I do it. I do the doggone thing. I don't care if I'm in church, in the grocery store, Walmart, on IntellectualRadio.com, on the west side, south side, east side, wherever I'm at. Am I always like this, Michelle?
Always.
Okay, then. So what's the problem?
I doesn't have a problem, darling.
Right. So the thing is, they won't change in another way. Guess what? It ain't happening. So I'm glad you're changing and evolving. I'm so proud of you. But all I'm going to say is, be you. Like I tell people when I train in prayer, don't sound like Juanita Bynum. Don't sound like Cindy Trim. Because the Lord is going to be wondering, who am I having a conversation with? Now I see Chevelle. And she's sounding like Wawa. Juanita. That ain't God. Bring your own personality to the table. Bring your own personality to the red carpet. Bring your own personality to prayer. That's the only thing that works. Guess what works for you? You, boo. You and all. So, today, I just couldn't wait to get that out. I feel so much better. I love my therapist. Get you one. So, today.
You're telling the people to get a therapist?
Get a therapist, honey.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify.
Get a therapist. Help your pissed. Okay?
Help your what? No, never mind.
Yes, because you're pissy. Always in something. Yeah, I'm riding out today on Monday. So listen.
Who is bothering you,
Girl,
Chevelle?
listen, honey. Listen. Y'all better stop messing with me because you ain't ready. You ain't ready. Y'all so used to the woman that's speaking in tongues, laying hands, praying. You ain't ready for me today. Okay, y'all? I'm hot. I'm irritated. I got menopause. This is the wrong woman to be bothered, okay? I got 3 strikes against me. And guess what? I'm not going to know what happened to you when I did something to you until I come to myself. One thing about menopause, Michelle, you ain't yourself. You're hot. And you be telling the Lord, Lord, I promise you I want to go to hell. Because if hell feel like this, it ain't worth it. Okay. So get a therapist, not a coach. There's a difference from a coach, right?
Oh, yes, there's a difference.
Then a therapist. But guess what ain't different? You got to pay them. Got to pay them both. Today, let's get to the show. I'm glad I got that out. Ooh, look at the Lord. Won't he do it? On this miraculous momentum motivational Monday. I just motivated myself. Hey Earl, how you doing? Today I have here once again my friend who I'm going to let probably do all the talking due to the fact that I've been hoarse. I went to 12-hour prayer. Oh my God, it was wonderful. I know y'all was like, you went to 12-hour prayer, you didn't change. I ain't changed until the Lord come down here and pull it out of me. So go on, be strong. So I got Michelle Akins.
Go on.
And be strong.
I'm still laughing at the way you said hi earlier. He said,
Listen, I brought Michelle Akins back. My team and I have been talking about summertime and fine. And one thing about summertime and fine, we do a rat race on trying to lose that weight fast. Okay, and that's why I say you can't beat anybody else but you. Everybody got their waist trainers on. Everybody drinking smoothies, passing out on the track, trying to run with 2 asthma sticks. You know, everybody wants this fine body, and you're raggedy. Your man messed up. You haven't dealt with your childhood issues. You haven't dealt with your bitterness. You haven't dealt with the things that happened to you in the church. You haven't dealt with your emotions. So I'm 49, and Michelle deal with all types of women, but she do deal with a lot of people over 50. Now, I know she's going to help me with this menopause. Whatever this is that is trying to attack me, I'll come against you in the name of Jesus. Okay? So I ain't talking about you who've been talking, keep coming up on my comments. Keep talking. I'm talking about this menopause. Stay off my comments. Stop calling my friends. Stay into you. If you don't like it, stay off here. So you're tuned in to IntellectualRadio.com. Well, we always keep it bomb.com. We just keep it real. We just keep it real. So sometimes here on IntellectualRadio.com, we help people. We give out a lot of information. So, but guess what? I'm on here because I need help. So in the process of me being healed, I want to heal others so people can walk through my healing with me so you can see me being healed. So you're here because you know I'm crazy. Please. So I brought Michelle here so she could show us how to reinvent ourselves. We have all these businesses. However, we're not business minded. We have all these businesses. However, we're not customer service. We don't have any customer service. If we're going to reinvent ourselves, because everybody got a business now after COVID, girl. Everybody signed up for the grants, got the $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Then they went and got their LLC. We are still doing things backwards. Where do we start? Hi, Michelle. Thank you for coming. Welcome.
Hey, Chevelle. Thank you for having me. It always starts with you. It does not matter what kind of business you have. If you on the inside are not sure about who you are or why you are, then you're going to carry that into your business, into your relationships, into anybody that you deal with. And so when you, for instance, go to the person who has those poor customer service skills and say, you know, you have a good product, but you're rude to people. Do you realize that? And they don't realize it because that's how they are with everybody, because there is an unreadiness within their own selves that they haven't settled yet.
I like the who you are. Never heard the why you are.
Mm-hmm.
Can we dig into that? What is that?
Why you are is purpose. And I'm real big on purpose. One of the things, and I told you the last time I was here,
Yes,
I
let's
was
talk about
doing
it.
something for children because we have a generation of angry children because we've talked them out of their dreams. We told them, y'all just need to make some money. Find something to do to make money. So little children don't talk about being astronauts anymore or engineers or ballerinas. They're just figuring out. They're looking at the rat race that we're in and they're patterning themselves afterwards. But if we slow down and consider who we are and what's inside of us, if we pursue that, we'll come up with purpose. We'll come up with some abilities, some talents, some things that we do well. And those are just indicators. If you follow them out, you will find and connect with purpose. And when you connect with purpose, then you don't get mad at a Chevelle for being outgoing and boisterous because Chevelle is doing what Chevelle does. But then you, because you're connected with your own purpose, you do what you were created to do. And there isn't the hate and the resentment that comes when you see somebody doing something that's great and amazing because it's what they're supposed to do, but you're mad because you haven't connected with the why in you.
I'm glad you said that because when I first came to IntellectualRadio.com, Earl pushed this song on me. It was my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what this song? Earl like pushed this song on me. I'm like, I want to hear so and so. He's like, no, we're gonna use this song. It's your birthday, and I stuck with it. So it's Celebrate Life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing about it, I know I'm outgoing, and I know you're not, but we're connected.
Mm-hmm.
We're not always gonna have the same type of personality. I like the song because I celebrate people.
Right.
See, that's how you know when you're in your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to be you, but celebrate others. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I received out of what you said. If you're really walking in your purpose, you won't be mad at a Chevelle. Right? Guess what? Starting right now at 7:13, I'm walking in my purpose, but guess what? I'm not about to be mad at you.
Very good. And that's what it looks like. Because when I am being who I was authentically created to be, then I don't have to be angry with anybody else. I don't have to wrestle with issues of jealousy or resentment or rejection or any of that. That's not to say that life gets perfect because the journey to a why is a lifelong journey. But some of us are so busy asking ourselves, what? What am I going to do to make money? What am I going to do next? What am I going to do to lose weight? But we're not asking why. What is my why? And what happens is you just keep putting a Band-Aid on the same old issues.
And I want to say something too. I think, and help me with this,
Mm-hmm.
when we don't know our why, I think we end up, and there's nothing wrong, guys. Please don't think I'm saying there's something wrong with it. Some of us start doing 15 businesses. You understand? But there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want you all to think I'm saying that. But it got to be one. I understand you got 15, but it got to be one that you're hinged on. Am I correct?
Yes. And see, that's when we start doing 15 different businesses, and I understand because people we got to pay bills. And so people are doing a lot of different things to make money. I understand it. That's why we go to work sometimes to jobs that we hate because we got to pay bills. But there should be something that you are doing that connects with your mission for life. One of those businesses ought to have the reason this exists is because, and it ignites and inspires something inside of you that makes use of all your talents and your gifts and your abilities and your personality. You said you're outgoing, but I'm not. I'm actually a lot less outgoing in certain circumstances, but there are people in my family who say she's the outgoing one. And so we all have dimensions of how we are and where we're supposed to be. Can't be somebody else, not successfully.
So let's talk about your success
Okay.
because you're successful to me.
Okay.
Let's talk about each book. How many books have you written?
4.
4 books.
Yes.
Wow. I'm still trying to get out one. I'm like, I want to write. So it's like when you burp out one, you can do multiple ones. Let's go to each book and tell me what each one is about. And I definitely want to talk about this journal. I'm not going to say anything until you get to it. Make that one last.
And the journals, I don't even consider books, but it's interesting. Last Night I Dreamed My Purpose is actually the first book I wrote. I wrote it as a bedtime story for my son. He was about 6. He's 30 now. Because I was not a young parent, probably, a little bit older when I had my children. And I had been old enough to see some of the things that come against Black men in our society. And I went, Lord, how am I going to motivate my man child to keep going when other people discourage him? And, I've been a Sunday school teacher for decades. So I was always coming up with stories to teach my students. And so this is the bedtime story that I wrote for him. It was about a little boy that got made fun of because of his dreams. And, so that was the first one.
So before she goes on, guys, the front of the book says a story for the children who dream and the adults who have forgotten how. Powerful statement.
Yeah.
This book says, Michelle Akins, a story for the children who dream and the adults who have forgotten how. Last night, I dreamed my purpose. Now, this is great for your kids, but you might want to read it too. Because it was a play as well, correct?
It was a play, yeah. It was produced as a play and all that kind of stuff, even before the book was finally published. During pandemic, everything shut down, and I took out my mission, right? What do I need to be doing since I have this downtime? Now you can publish this book. When I first wrote this book, I prayed and I said, Lord, how am I going to publish this book? Children's books are expensive. And what I heard is, you're going to publish the other one first. So at the same time, as I was telling my Sunday stories, I was journaling and writing down thoughts. And I wrote Not Just Any Kind of Woman, one, and then Not Just Any Kind of Woman, the middle years. I wrote one book as a younger mother, and it was a devotional about some of the things I was experiencing at the time. Then I wrote Not Just Any Kind of Woman, the middle years, as a middle-aged woman. I had a perspective. Like,
And what does that mean?
The middle years?
No, not just any kind of woman.
Because
what does that mean?
It means you're unique. And a lot of times we want to pound ourselves into a mold like somebody else. But if you embrace your uniqueness, you'll understand you weren't meant to fit in with something. You were meant to stand out. And so many of us, we get so many messages in media with the perfect body and the perfect dress and the perfect this, that we try to fit into these molds. That's not who we are. You were designed to be unique. And so that's what Not Just Any Kind of Woman.
Because they're
It's all
changing their
about.
back now.
Oh, yes, I know. And they're changing other things too.
Yes, Lord.
I'm sorry.
They're changing their face now. So you did 1 and 2.
Mhm.
So you went through the stages of womanhood, your own womanhood, and made
Right.
devotions.
Mhm.
So it was just 1 and 2. Are you working on the third?
Well, the third book was The Homecoming, and that was the book for spiritual leadership in crisis. You remember that? Did
Yes,
you
I
read
do.
that one? The story.
Yes.
Yes. And so I wrote that one.
And I actually thought that was your first book, but I'm
No.
saying this is the first.
That's the first one I wrote. Yeah.
Wow.
It's the latest one I published.
Mm.
But The Homecoming, I wrote as a story to encourage spiritual leaders. Yeah.
And where did that inspiration come from? Because it's just so. If I look at your books, I'm like childhood,
Mm-hmm.
womanhood,
Mm-hmm.
leadership. There's a
Mhm.
stage. There's
Yeah.
stages of elevation to
Wow.
this. There's I'm prophetic.
Yeah.
There's there's stages of elevation to this, and God is so powerful because even though I saw The Homecoming first,
Mm-hmm.
this was really the first one.
That was the first
Where you
one.
are, where your dream, and if you think about this, my dream is to be a leader
Mm.
in any walk of life. So God used you prophetically to birth out stages of a person that's evolving to be someone. Because I'm not, first of all, my dream was I never was a unique woman.
Mm.
My dream was I am a leader. My dream was I was going to have children and have issues. My dream was I was going to be somebody that everybody didn't like. But now my reality is homecoming.
Mm.
I'm home. And guess what? I will be walking the red carpet with my son. He's doing something that I was not able to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm home. And guess what? I will be walking the red carpet with my son. He's doing something that I was not able to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to do it. Because my show is going to be syndicated in the name of Jesus.
So there.
So I'm still dreaming.
And you're not supposed to stop, because the book that I'm working on now, number 5, is called Consider the Possibilities. I am a coach. So it is coaching on how to make the changes that you need to have the life that you want.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. She has a library. We'll have to get her a corner. You better find your place. It's so, I love it because you got to find your place. She got everything for you. At every age, find your place. Or you can take where you are now. I encourage you. I challenge you. I commission you. I summons you. Start where you are now and just start with the dream book. Then go from next to next to next and grow. Because guess what? The proof is in the pudding. If you ask my grandma, that's what she used to say.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, the proof is in the pudding.
That's right.
And you got all the pudding on you, girl. Listen.
Are you being prophetic now, or are you just
Girl, I know what I
kind?
see. No, I know what I see. Because there was nothing that you did not teach that I did not see you walk out. So that's why you have to watch your leaders. That's why you have to watch the tables that you're sitting at. Everybody want to sit at these grand tables. Oh, the Lord. No, the tables that you sit at, watch the fruit. I'm not going to sit at the table and all the fruit, right? I don't care where you're taking me. I'm just saying, I don't want no rotten apples and worms coming all out. I'm scared of worms, roaches, and bats too. So I'm not going to sit at the table. It look good.
Where do bats come from?
Girl, they fly around the room. If it's nasty, it's just nasty. You ain't going to know what's in it. But I'm just saying, you can sit at the table with the greatest people you see on TV. Oh, my God, they this, they that. Go in their house. Know them by their fruit. If they got any. They ain't got no fruit. They got chicken and ribs. You can tell that by the way they walking and talking. I'm just saying, but carry on. I felt the preach on me.
Yes, we all did. And you know what? For me, everybody, one of the things I tell people, we're talking about the why, how to be, what is it? Summertime fine. And your inside starts with your why. Why are you here? Why are you doing what you're doing? See, we focus so much on looking outwardly at other people that we're not taking a look at ourselves. And so we're just going by rote. Then one day we wake up and we're 78 years old and wonder, where did life go? While you were so busy trying to keep up with this person and do this and do that, and not really examine your reasons for being here. None of us are accidents. None of us. Oh my goodness, Mike Murdoch wrote a book called The Assignment, and he said we were all created to solve a problem. And life is about finding out what problem you were created to solve. And so if we look at our streets and we look at what is happening in our communities, some of us are not asking, why am I here? Because there's solutions in you. But if you don't look for them inside you, you'll never find them.
I just thought about something because I'm like, look where you are. But when I think about your generation, because it's like my mom's generation, they couldn't have a why.
Nope.
You
just
know,
do.
Just do. And you're gonna go work at the railroad, right? You're gonna go work at the post office, you're gonna go work for the government or the city, right? You remember those? But then when we came along, you're going to school. You're gonna go to school and you're gonna get your 401k. So we didn't have a chance to consider our why. So where do we start now? Where do we go?
This is what I would say. That thing inside of you that won't be at peace, no matter how much money you make on that job, or no matter how many compliments people give you, that is your why that is insisting to be heard. And we try to self-medicate it away. We try to fornicate it away. We try to do all of these other things to distract us from the voice of why that we all have inside of us.
Now, you know how I used to do mine, though?
Wow.
I used to help others do what I wanted to
That's right. We
do.
take
What is that called?
I don't know, but it's just as unhealthy as some of the others. We would get families, and you know this, broke up in churches because mom needed to validate herself, so she was there all of the time. Our kids grew up, they didn't want any parts of church because they saw what it did to us. Not what it did to us, but how we approached it. In terms of trying to validate our own selves, we did damage to our families. And it's all because we were looking in the wrong place for the answer to why.
Now, I'm going to chime here, and I don't know if it's okay, but I'm going to do it. I think it was over 12 years ago or more. My team know the story. I'm trying to remember if it's 12 years. Earl over IntellectualRadio.com here.
Okay.
He's my engineer today. I'm about to get in his business. I'm about to tell y'all his business. His radio.
Earl put his hand, Earl might be getting ready to cut you off.
No, but his show, Michelle, was in the basement of his home. Watch this. He knew his why and didn't care about money because he was in his calling. Didn't charge anybody nothing. No airtime, nothing. But look where he has grown to. Oh, you going to pay today. Don't come up in here calling and think you're not going to pay. Call me if you want to pay. Okay, we need that paper. Don't play here. I said 12 years ago. That's before Christ. Listen. He didn't pay it all on the cross, but you're going to pay here. So listen. When you know your why, and you taught me this, sitting at the table in the, what's that, Wesley Williams room.
Okay.
Chevelle, when you know what you're supposed to do and you know your purpose, you will do it anytime, anywhere, without a cost. You would just do. Remember that conversation?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh no, I'm divorced. You said, I hear a booking.
Did I say that?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember the name of the book you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have not wrote it, but I'm ready to tell it. And I am going to write it. But you always told me and others, even in our Bible classes, even in how to study the Bible, you're going to find your purpose in who you are in Christ. Get in the Word. Get in the Word. And something is going to tug on you. And it's not going to stop until you do what you're supposed to do. So it feeds you what you want to do.
Yes, it does.
And I know I've been wanting to do things forever. But what I'll do is I'll just help others. Because why? I don't want the responsibility.
That's right.
So now I am taking some ownership, and I do feel fulfilled, even if it's not completed, even if it has not gone the way I want it to go. But I'm being fulfilled, but I'm learning my lessons, and I'm building off of it, and I'm learning my mistakes and making them better. So for those who can't attach to their why, do they need consultation? Do they need to talk to someone? Do they need to meditate? Do they need to journal? What do they do? Because I'm looking at this unafraid journal you have. So inside there are their maps and strategies or what we can do.
The Unafraid Journal. And the reason that we did this for our last Bold Move event was, okay, we get all of these wonderful ideas. I'm going to do this. This is my why. Okay, now that you have a dream, you need a plan. Okay?
I'll drink today.
Last night I dreamed my purpose. Today I make a plan. Okay? What's the goal? And this is, as a coach, coaching is about taking people from here to where they want to be.
So every why has a goal. Every purpose have a goal.
It should Purpose and goal are almost synonymous. All right?
I love it.
So, if my purpose, for instance, is I want to create a school, and I told some of my friends in education who wanted to start a school during the last administration when stuff was going crazy in the school system, I said, now is the time to start your own school. There is something that the administration is pushing towards privatizing education. It can be public online. I don't know. Get out there and do it. I ain't believe it. Okay. But if I wanted to start a school, what's my first goal? My first goal is to figure out maybe where I want it to be. Write it down. Now I need to look at the challenges, because oftentimes when we have a plan, we're not realistic about the obstacles we're going to face. So what challenges am I going to have? Well, I don't have enough money. I don't know if I have the right zoning for a school. I may not have supporters. I may not have any support. Identify your challenge. Don't hide from them. Look them in the face, because you can't make a plan to go around them if you don't see them.
And don't run from them.
But you got to look them in the face. You cannot pretend they don't exist. I do not want to hear another saint say that they are going to a building, lay hands on the building, speak in tongues, and get the building. Cut it out. That's not a real plan.
Can they walk around it?
If they want
7
to.
times.
Look.
Forgive me, y'all.
But if the building fall down, then you still don't get it. Okay, that's all right. But anyway, I'm not minimizing faith. I believe in faith, but so many of us have made our faith look ridiculous because we are going into. I had a person when I first started the ministry, and she was so excited about it, and she was going to work, putting tracts on everybody's desk. She got reprimanded. I was like, yes, because the Bible says, render unto Caesar that which belongs to Caesar. This is not your time to be passing out tracts. And so we have to approach our goals with intelligence, with a plan, understand the challenges, identify them. And then before it happens, you want Bible? Daniel purposed in his heart before one lion had looked in his direction that he wasn't going to eat the king's meat. So plan for the challenges before you hit them. You have action steps here in the Unafraid Journal. Why are you staring at me like that?
Girl, you talking good.
You have your action steps. So once you identify the challenges, lay out the actions to meet them. Get your support. Do I need to have a fundraiser? What kind of designation do I need to have? Put those action steps down there. And this is the part that so many of us get. Who is your spiritual accountability? The person who is going to look at you and say, you off. Just a little bit off. Just a little bit. What about this? See, you need accountability. We like to go off on our own because can't nobody tell me nothing because I'm anointed for this. But you can still be accountable. You still need accountability. So you need spiritual accountability and you need natural accountability. And then finally have some notes and put a date that you want to complete it in. That's what this journal is about.
Wow.
The Unafraid Journal is about making a plan and outlining the steps to achieve it.
And it sounds like, too, making a plan and dealing with you, dealing with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those that of us that are incompleters.
Incompleters?
Incompleters. We don't finish nothing.
Okay.
We take out running,
Mm-hmm.
and as soon as the challenge comes, because we have not researched, come on, we run the other way.
Mm-hmm.
So I like this this whole plan, and it's a goal for anything and everything.
Yes.
Wow. So this is Summertime and Fine here on Soulful Stimulation here with Chevelle Simone on IntellectualRadio.com. You can call in if you want to, you guys, and ask questions. Two, I want to call her Dr. Michelle Akins so bad. She got 5 books. By the time she come back, she's like, girl, I'm on my 7th book, girl. I'm showing you now how to be a leader and how to be free. Free leadership.
Free leadership.
So you can call us at 708-223-8953. Facebook, please put the number inside the comments and give Michelle Akins a call. Don't ask me no questions because I don't know. This is not my skill set. I've never been here before. I cannot tell you how to reinvent yourself. All right, I'm still reinventing mine. You see, this is my 3rd time wearing this hair. Okay, I'm normally bald head. So listen, 708-223-8953. Call us here at IntellectualRadio.com, where we maintain and feed your brain here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Hey. Yes, you can't do nothing, but you can't help but to love us.
That's
here
cool.
on IntellectualRadio.com. So, here we go. So,
Here comes the rebuke for me saying don't be laying hands on buildings.
all right.
Here it comes.
Thank you for calling the Chevelle Simone Show here with Michelle Akins on IntellectualRadio.com. How can I help you? What's the question you want to have? That you want to ask Michelle Akins?
Well, first off, I want to tell you I'm calling from Trinidad and Tobago.
Hell, Dave!
Two of my most favorite people. So I'm sitting and I'm listening, and I hope, and I just wanted to tell the world that you have one of the greatest teachers, and I believe, well, it might be a prophetess for everybody else, but that Chevelle girl, that's my prophetess. That Michelle Akins, that's my teacher. That's all I want to say to you all. So thank you, because I went through Michelle's tutoring before, and I really, you all listen, because this is good teaching, and these are people who have been tested. Love y'all.
All right, Brother Prime Minister.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to
over there taking over Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
Tell my best friend Trini lady I said hi.
Will do, you know she's listening to you.
Hello, Listra. Oh, how you doing, Listra? It's good to hear your voice.
Oh man, I'm doing good. I'm enjoying your words.
Well, thank you. I miss y'all.
So look forward to seeing y'all in a few weeks. Love y'all.
Love you too. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. Oh wow, that is Kingdom Hawk ordained Kingdom Hawk 5, who does the Trinidad Tobago Carnival here in Chicago.
That's
over
right.
by Washington Park. I remember the first time he did it, girl, I was in it.
The carnival.
Yes, he does the carnival. Real good friends of ours, and his wife, Listra Aldain, Trini lady, has helped me through so many things in my life with the ups and downs in marriage, with my children and things like that. I mean, when I tell you that they are helpers,
they are beautiful
and they've done
people.
Operation Jericho. Oh my God.
In
Inglewood. Great people. So great substance, great meat. And they just love Michelle. Okay, we have another call on the phone. This is fun, Shalice. Thank you. Thank you for calling Intellectual Radio here on Soulful Stimulation with your girl, Chevelle Simone. Would you like to ask Michelle Akins a question?
Yes.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Marquita.
And where are you calling from, Marquita?
I'm south side of Chicago.
Hi, would you like to ask Michelle Akins a question?
Yes, I would.
Hey, Marquita.
Hi. My question is that I've been my thing is health advocate. I've been doing it for my family for some time, and started since then, I went to broadening. And since then, since I really stretched out the broadening, I've been bombarded with health challenges. I'm still going forward with it, no matter what. But my mind keeps going to so many different areas of creativity that it's hard to focus on one particular thing. And when I say that, I mean it's from actually creating dishes to drawing to health, telling somebody that they can do better for their health, even eating right or whatever the case it is. So it's like it's just it's not mind blowing, but it's just so much information, and I don't know how to focus on kind of putting everything in perspective.
You know what? We have at my coaching company, Marquita, we have a program called Rewriting the Script. And it's a day-long program. And I took that out and I've been looking at it over the week. And I was like, is it time to do this again? And I'm developing it for companies, but also it is for individuals, because we do have a lot of things that come against, that we have a lot of things we know how to do. Just because I can do these 5 things doesn't mean it's what I'm supposed to be doing. They could simply be there to supplement my real purpose. My purpose is not to be an author. My actual purpose is to turn on lights for people. So whether I do it in a book or in a speech, or if I'm talking like this, when I spend time with people, my purpose is to help them understand something that they didn't understand about themselves better after we're over. So whatever the writing and all of that other stuff, those are just the envelopes for your gifts. So what we do in the Rewriting the Script program is we do something called the tombstone exercise. And yeah, it can be pretty morbid, but long story short, if you had to leave here and there was something so important to you that you would want people to know about it after they were gone, we say that's something you would write on your tombstone. Try to identify what that is and then build from there. Or I'll let you know when we have the Rewriting the Script class. It's a whole day. It's pretty intense, but we look at your life like it is a story. What is every movie has a plot. Who's it? What's the plot? Who are the supporting characters? Where are the plot twists? Where have they been that actually moved you closer to where you were supposed to be? Even though a lot of times we don't think it did. We think this was a terrible thing. It actually moved you closer to where you were supposed to be. And so we do that in Rewriting the Script. But Marquita, think about what is so important to you that you would want people to know about that after you were gone. That's the tombstone exercise. We say that's what you'd write on your tombstone, and then start building from there.
Can everybody please put in your comments, rewriting the script? Rewriting the script. That's coming very, very soon. I know Bold Moves is not moving right now, and it's a closed chapter for today. I said that too about my prayer group, but you don't know what God gonna do. But rewriting the script. I want everybody to put that in the comments on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever you are, on IntellectualRadio.com, on our Facebook pages, because we need to start with us and we need to rewrite the script. We need to get the Unafraid Journal. How much is the journal?
The Unafraid Journal is $5.
The Unafraid Journal, guys, is $5. Let me hold it up for you guys. It say Unafraid, Philippians 4:6-7. I don't care if you're setting a goal to lose weight. I don't care if you're setting a goal to go to school. I don't care if you're setting a goal to pay off debt.
That's right.
You still need these things.
You need a plan.
You need a plan that is whole. Love your name, Jesus. You need a plan that is whole. That's not going to allow you to phony kick it with yourself. Because guess what? You ain't doing nothing but cheating yourself, with yourself, all by yourself, and you're going to be left with yourself. and mad with who? Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So $5 holler, what you do that in coffee. You do that and the popcorn on 116th and West.
Are you really gonna start talking about that popcorn
Yes,
again?
girl. My hair dye costs more than that. Listen, get this. Let's support this. $5. Go in the comments. Let us know who need it, who want it. We will get it to you. Now, if she say cash app her, let me help y'all with the cash app. Don't send her no $5. Because you know she's not getting the whole $5. Don't play with me. Send her $6 to $7 so she get the whole $5. And if she got to deliver it to you, send her some gas money for delivery. All right? We want to be integral. This is not a $15 book, but it look like it. Y'all buy them other books on the prophetic and you still ain't prophesying. You're still drinking Pepsi. Listen, this book is going to help you. Don't say, I got to see if I got a business. No, you need to start setting goals for your life. For your life. I have sleep apnea, Michelle.
Okay.
And I don't want to call my mom ignorant, but we were just like in a poverty environment where, don't let nobody cut your daughter. Don't let nobody cut. And I was very, very small.
Mm-hmm.
I was a preemie baby. My mama kept drinking to try to kill me. My mother had 5 kids, about 5 different men. Everybody's father came around, but my father. So my mother coddled me a lot. Very, very skinny, but I could sing. She found out I could sing while I was in the bathtub. Everybody, don't cut off. They might mess up her vocal cords, but I'm paying for it today. So by her not doing that for me, when I got older, I was too scared to do it for myself. Then when I reached a certain age, the doctors said, oh no, you're too old. You'll bleed out. You can't do that. But the suffering of it is so detrimental that I have made a plan even for that.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a plan for anything. So mine is to go under the weight that I should be. And I'm believing God that they're going to be able to do something invasive because it keeps me with sore throats during the summertime. It keeps my tonsils big. My adenoids are big too. Then I have ear problems, and things of that sort. And I have to sleep a certain way because I don't want to sleep on this machine that make my neck hurt and I can't breathe the next day. I got to do all the blowing of the nose. It can be embarrassing if you were sleeping with somebody, but hallelujah, I ain't sleeping with nobody. But what I'm saying is, even that, Michelle don't know what's gonna come out my mouth any second. Nate, come get your wife. So even in that, guys, I had to make a plan. I had a perfect plan about being on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good. But I ended up coming over here and didn't know that this was going to be a better plan. But guess what? I still had to get a team. I still had to plan it out. And one of the biggest things I had to do, Michelle, that broke me down, and this is my vision and what I want to do, I had to listen.
Mm.
One of the biggest things we have to do. So how do we do that when we already set in our ways?
Mm.
How do we listen when there's a why there? There's a purpose there. And your supporters who you say we need going to help you get to where you're supposed to be because they see stuff too. You just like this and they see peripheral.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get my big sister on my team because I don't care what she say. I'm gonna listen to her, but I'm gonna be mad at her. Then I'm gonna call my kids and tell my kids what she did. But I'm listening to her. I don't do strife. That's one sister I don't do strife with.
Not with your big sister.
Not with that one.
Mm-hmm.
I just found out she was controlling. I didn't even know it.
Because you were so
Because
controlled.
I'm controlling. And I was so controlled, but I found out, I said, oh my gosh, she controlled. But guess what? It's all right with me.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be with others that told me. They were like, she kind of control. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, but she's my big sister. You start telling me what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to learn to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And she's never told me, Michelle, you need to listen. Because I've always followed her.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we do that? Because now she just shuts down on me.
And a lot of times we have to understand why we don't want to listen. Maybe we have it in our mind. Maybe it's pride. Pride says, I know what I'm doing and I don't need anybody else. Maybe we don't trust people. Maybe we have been disappointed in the past by people who told us things and then it didn't turn out right. And we make these vows to ourselves: I will never listen to another person. I'm going to do what I need to do. But um, we were not created. And I'm not sure what your reasons might be for not wanting to heed the counsel of others. But God did not create us to operate as islands. I don't know who said no man is an island, but we were not created to operate as islands. In fact, we were created to help each other. And, if we talk about all of the pieces of the body fitly joined together, Chevelle, you have some things for me. I have some things for you. But if pride gets in between us and we decide, I don't like you and you don't like me, and you can't tell me what to do, that's immature and that's childish. Paul said, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. But when I became a man, when I grew up, I stopped acting like a child. And some of us have this thing that children, have you ever heard a 4-year-old talking to another child? Go do this. You don't tell me what to do. And some of us have arrested development. We still 4. You don't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do. I got this. And then we go on this cycle of trying and failing and trying and failing, because the real lesson that God is trying to get to us is you need people.
I love that. You can't journey alone.
You can't journey
Now, you
alone.
can journal alone, but you can't journey alone. I love that you need people.
There is an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far,
Go together.
go together.
You need people.
We need people. I need you, and you need me.
That is correct.
So it is not about status, not about gender,
Nope.
culture, or creed.
It is about what we all bring to the table. And part of the reason a lot of our business tables or our personal tables or our dream tables are incomplete is because we don't want to invite anybody else to them.
So how can I invite people to you?
Well, my company is Sepia, SEPIA, Prime Communications and Coaching. Sepia, and we chose that name because it is a color like that photograph. It's like the color of a classic photograph. A sepia toned picture is actually less color fast, less runny, than it is more stable. And I chose that name because starting a business to help women over 50, it needed to be something that we associated with the thing that doesn't go out of style. Helping one another doesn't go out of style. Even though people say it is a dog eat dog world. When I hear that, I say, but you're not a dog. Helping each other doesn't go out of style. Finding your purpose, asking yourself the hard questions. Even though it might not be popular, it does not go out of style. So my company is Sepia, SEPIA, Prime Communications and Coaching. And in that, we do some group coaching programs. When the pandemic happened, it shut down a lot of things that we were doing in person, but we transitioned to online, and we had a very blessed and prosperous year. Um, we're starting to do some things with companies and teams now because we're coming back into a whole new world. People need to learn new ways. Companies need to learn new ways of managing. And so if they want to get in touch with me, they can email me at influence@sepiaprimecommunications.com. They can, well, I don't tell people to hit me up on Facebook because I don't really go in my inbox
Right.
that
No,
much.
just those are good. Now, are you teaching coaches now? Don't slide.
Not
I
yet.
know all your business.
Not yet. Although I did just arrange for another coach to be certified. to teach mindfulness. We're going to tweak that a little bit and begin teaching mindfulness for corporations, for the saints,
That's such a
for
big thing
churches.
now.
It's a big thing, and I know that there's some kind of spooky, weird
Because
things
we're
in
thinking
it,
that's Randoro.
and sometimes it is. But
Rankio Toro.
yeah, but once we got certified, now then we can tweak this in a way that fits our audience. So yeah,
Okay, great. We're gonna have you back. Of course, you're gonna have to do my show when I'm out of town. You better find somebody to do it with you, girl. I ain't got time. Who else gonna do it? That's why I keep having you back. Get used to this microphone. Honey, please, I'm going somewhere. You just said know your why. I'm here to make people laugh and smile. Be healed by laughter. The Lord might want to take me around the world to make people laugh. Do the Oscars, the Doves, the Stellas. You're gonna see me on stage, honey. But I ain't coming back on no Monday night. Yes, honey. Listen, and I ain't canceling my show. It's always gonna be some stimulation going up on IntellectualRadio.com. All right. So, outdoor concert or indoor concert? Keep running.
Outdoor concert. Oh, I forgot these are the questions. Okay.
Real, the soulful.
Mhm.
Make sure you have some, girl. The soulful sevens. We might have to call yours something else. The aching aches.
Not the aches. Eights. Okay.
The aching aches.
Eights. I thought you said aches.
Girl, no.
I'm like, no.
Don't nobody want to be limping around here.
Thank you, no.
Taste of Chicago or the Chicago Air and Water Show?
Taste of Chicago.
Al Green or Barry White?
Barry White.
Are you serious, girl?
Yes, I am. What?
I ain't gonna say nothing. Because your husband will come in here when it comes to that music, girl. White Sox or Cubs?
You can't say neither. My father was a Cubs fan, so I'll go with Cubs.
One piece of advice you would give your younger self that wrote this book.
Don't let other people make you ashamed of your brain. In inner city schools, it wasn't always cool to be smart. Smart kids got picked on. Somebody knows about it.
So you're doing something new,
Mm-hmm.
and you're always evolving and transforming others. What are you taking with you this time?
What am I taking with me?
Mm-hmm. What's in the luggage?
Ooh. I've been throwing stuff out of the luggage. But one thing I'm going to keep, I laugh a lot more than I used to. I have lightened up a lot. So what's in the luggage is, and you know what, the word that I hear is gaiety. Now I know, the homosexual community is taking over the term gay, but gaiety is happiness. It's joyful. It's ha ha ha. That is who I am.
Thank you so much for watching Soulful Stimulation. Get you some gaiety and Gatorade in your life.
Okay.
Learn to be happy. Learn to love. Learn to laugh. And guess what? Let's celebrate. Thank you so much, Michelle Akins, for being on my show. Continue to see this face because when I'm out of town, that's who you're gonna see. Michelle Akins here on Soulful Stimulation with Chevelle Simone. Thank you for listening in and tuning in on IntellectualRadio.com. I will see you next week. New day, new time. All the time, the station never changed. Monday nights at 7 o'clock p.m. here on IntellectualRadio.com. I'm Chevelle Simone. Hey!
For a purpose, there's a calling on my life. He's working through me. I'm sure, no longer worthless. Now I know who I am. What you get is what you see. It's joy.